I'm interested then in the hydration aspect of cardiac, and we know that hydration keeps the heart moist and that helps the blood circulate. But what other kinds of roles would you say hydration would have in this metabolic function?
Well, the hydration is very important because when you're dehydrated, this puts an enormous strain on the cardiovascular system. And why is that? Well, we know that if you have sticky blood, for example, where the blood is clumped and it's not fluid, it's almost like you live in New York City and you know what it's like in a traffic jam. You know, the cars aren't moving, they're sort of stuck. Right. Now, think about, Germany, on their highways where the cars are going, they're going, 80, 90, 100 miles an hour. Well, the velocity between those cars, we call it zeta potential. So in New York City, when you're stuck in a traffic jam, you have the energy between the cars is minimal. It has minimal zeta potential, so to speak. In other words, zeta potential is the way red blood cells repel one another. So when you have hydration in the body and your cells are more hydrated, then the repelling of the red blood cells is better. And it's the repulsion of the red blood cells which increases zeta potential. And whenever you do that, you're supporting the cardiovascular system. Now, I know that's a complex term, but I learned about zeta potential when I did my work on earthing and grounding. When we published it in the literature, we realized when you put your bare feet on the ground, this sort of not only supports what we call blood viscosity, the thickness of the blood, like hydration does. Hydration supports blood viscosity. But basically, you're supporting zeta potential as well. And this is really, this is complex cardiology, but basically, the better hydrated you are, the better you are from the cardiovascular point of view. That's what it means.
Well, could you speak a little bit more about this electrical function that's going on, the zeta potential? Because it's so simple when we remember that water conducts electricity.
Yeah, that's the key. See, water is vital to life. We all know that. I mean, we can go without food for 40, 50, 60 days, but water, 4 or 5 days and you're done. No, water is vital because, water lubricates our cellular membranes, and our cellular membranes will let nutrients in, get toxins out. It's a sort of an ebb and flow. And, a lot of us can be dehydrated even though we're drinking lots of water, because it's really the cellular membrane that's key right here. And in your book, Quench, what you guys really focused on is the cellular membrane. And if you can hydrate the body or your cellular membranes, whether with water or vegetables or fruits, all the things you mentioned in your book, whenever you make that cellular membrane more alive, more viable, more penetrating, whenever you have intracellular hydration, then the energy of the cell increases and you have better adaptability of the cell in the body. So it's no accident that grounding and hydration go together.